inherited 5 families worth of executrix material. My own parents' things, my godparents' things, my godparents' parents' things, my godfather's brothers and wife's things, and my godmother's maiden aunt's things.
Right. It's not like you were sitting around and doing nothing, right?
No, but I had to put a tent in the yard to hold all of this stuff, in addition to a 2,500 square foot garage. So.
You also work full-time. You're an entrepreneur.
I do. I work full-time. I have a public relations practice with clients all over the country, and I'm very active locally.
So what happened 2 days ago that was really significant in your life history?
Oh, 2 days ago, Laura helped me clean out a shed behind a family cottage that's been in the family for 62 years, because tomorrow that cottage is changing hands. My parents built it. I started being in the cottage when I was 5, and I'm now 67, so I've had 62 years of the cottage. And I was very sad that I would be losing it, quotes, on behalf of my kids, that the boys would not have it for the rest of their lives. Physical clutter translates completely into mental clutter.
And the energy it takes to take care of all this stuff.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
People don't really recognize that.
And it's hard to call my cottage clutter, but in my life, in the big picture, I did a workup with a financial advisor on the amount of money the cottage could make as a rental, that my kids got to use maybe 10 days a year, maybe 15 days a year. And then he asked me, well, what about your time? And I said, what do you mean my time? He said, how much time does it take you to maintain the cottage and clean it for all these renters? And by the time we figured out the numbers, I was under by about $4,000 a year. Having the cottage cost me that much money a year? I didn't think that was possible.
You didn't know.
I hadn't done the numbers.
You thought it was a great income. There's 4 resources: time, money, energy, and space. And when you get very real about it, every decision you make either costs or replenishes your time, money, energy, and space.
Right.
So that cottage, that beautiful little cottage, was costing you more than it was replenishing your resources.
Money, energy,
and space. And your mental space.
You know what I'm going to do this Sunday?
What?
Since I don't have a changeover in the cottage, I'm going to buy a New York Times and sit in my shaded deck out front here and read the whole thing front to back, which I've not done in the 20 years that I've owned the cottage. I think that often you get into habits.
Yeah.
And that was a habit and an obligation and a legacy. So the legacy part is a little smarting now, bittersweet. But my boys have said, my boys who are wonderful and have my back, have said very specifically they want what makes me happy.
Right. And that is what it's all about. Happy now, not happy hypothetically, not happy in the past, but what will make you enjoy your life more now.
And they've said very specifically that they don't care what I leave them as long as I have a happy life with them.
Wow.
So the legacy for them is not even on the plate. It was all in my head.
Yeah.
So saving it for them was not well thought out strategy.
You're letting go of the cottage in order to secure
my other lifestyle.
Your other lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
And it was the appropriate decision for the present. Okay, you could spill into the sadness of the past or fear the future.
But I have the memories.
Right, and the truth of the matter is that in the present it was the best decision to let go of the cottage. So in that process, while we're cleaning and schlepping and clearing and having actually a pretty good time, we had a cleaning lady that helped a lot. There's a difference between cleaning and clearing. We won't get into that right now.
We cleared.
She cleaned.
You know, it is so true that I probably would still be looking. This is Thursday. The closing is tomorrow. I'd still be looking with dread at what I had to do tonight, and I would somehow, stuff it up and do it. But having Laura to help me make decisions, it's been very helpful.
When we're working together, I give you new criteria to make good decisions.
Right.
What is clutter? What is trash? What is a keeper? And how to let go of it in a way that makes you feel good. There's no right to this, per se. There's what's true for you, and that's different for everybody. So how has your relationship with your boys changed since you've decided to let go of the cottage?
They're both very proud of me and have said so. They feel extremely proud. As my older boy said, you stepped up and did it, Mom.
Right, exactly.
That's what he said. You stepped up and did it, Mom.
Right, one way of looking at it is loss.
Yeah.
Another way of looking at it is what?
A great step forward.
Because?
I have more freedom and more confidence in my life. Yeah.
As opposed to
sitting here stuck and worried
about holding on to the past or anticipating the future.
Yeah.
You really took care of the present life. And
did.
so you know what? You're going to relax. You're going to be a lot more fun to be around for your grandkids and your parents.
I'm going to get to read the New York Times from front to back every Sunday.
All right. All right, great. We're all done. Thanks.
Okay.